Another day, another report of parties here at Downing Street 2, reported to be held on the night of April the 16th in 2021. Now, the sting in this particular tale is that's the night before the Queen was pictured mourning her husband, mourning the death of Prince Philip, sitting alone following COVID isolation rules, which were pretty strict at the time. So it's not a good look to have heard about two parties taking place here at Downing Street the night before. Now, we understand that Boris Johnson was at neither party. He was at his country residence in Chequers. Nonetheless, the two parties, one of which took place in the basement of 10 Downing Street, another in the gardens, they blended together by the end of the evening, we understand, to make one party. Now, this has obviously led to more calls for Boris Johnson to stand down from his own party. 5 more MPs have written to the 1922 committee asking for a no confidence vote to be considered. Now, that's a long way short of the 54 MPs that would need to write to the committee to ask for Boris Johnson to stand down. He apparently is holed up in his flat here at number 11 behind me because of a reported COVID scare in his immediate family. So he won't be seen for a week or so, and we're still waiting for the result of the inquiry into these parties being held by the senior civil servant Sue Gray. That's not forthcoming yet, so for the moment Boris Johnson is safe, at least for now.
Rigorous checks underway in Beijing, officials taking no chances with just 3 weeks to go before China hosts the Winter Olympics. Locally transmitted cases of the Omicron variant of COVID-19 have been detected in several provinces, but the focus of containment is the northern port city of Tianjin, just 30 minutes by train from Beijing.
We have divided the district into individual areas for management and control and set up 66 sites selling 10 varieties of daily necessities like vegetables and prepared foods. So residents can place orders as they need.
Earlier this week, Games organisers said there were no plans to lock down Beijing, but they've now announced more rigorous measures will be in place to contain the spread. In Hong Kong, more mandatory testing has been introduced after nurses tested positive in the district of Chunmun. And new measures include a ban on international transit flights and a return to home learning for primary and kindergarten kids. Hong Kong already has a complete flight ban from 8 countries, dining restrictions and limits on numbers for gatherings. And these may be extended to take in the upcoming Lunar New Year holiday.
China posted a record trade surplus in December and in 2021. That's according to official data released Friday. A surplus of $676.4 billion last year was the highest since records began in 1950. In December, the positive trade balance rose to $94 billion, another record-breaking total and well above analysts' forecasts. Around a third of that surplus is with the US alone, potentially stoking tensions between the two nations. Overseas shipments rose by a touch over a fifth year-on-year last month, which was slightly down from November's gain. That as a surge in demand for goods eased overseas and exporters faced higher costs and the rapid spread of Omicron. Imports were also up just under 20% in December, though this was well below forecasts. The data gave some support to the yuan, with the currency set for its biggest weekly gains in 2 months. Some analysts have, however, warned that the health crisis and turmoil in the country's property sector could yet hurt this year's outlook. Markets will now look to Monday, when China releases GDP data for the 4th quarter.